because Moses was the one who exemplified what it meant to make a choice. What it meant to make a choice. And I want you to look at the story of his life. Real quickly, we'll walk through that story, but then I want you to see this major choice that this man made. A choice I don't think any of us really would have made. If you remember Joseph wound up in Egypt. Do you remember that his brothers sold him into slavery in Egypt? Remember that? They sold him into slavery in Egypt. And so Joseph wound up in Egypt, and then his brothers came to Egypt. And next thing you know, all the Israelites start coming to Egypt. And next thing you know, they're growing in numbers, and great big numbers. And the Egyptians say, wait a minute. It's starting to be a whole lot of those Israelites coming in here, and they're growing and populating. And he said, he gave an edict, and he said he wanted them to kill. If it's a boy that's being born, after a while, there's so many Israelites. He said, if it's a boy, kill him. If it's a girl, let him live. So the first genocide that we see where they're going to kill a whole massive race of people, this has occurred. Now look at the story in Exodus 2. It says, now a man of the house of Levi married a Levite woman. Now these are Israelites. And she became pregnant and gave birth to a son. And when she saw he was a fine child, she hid him for 3 months. Why is she hiding him? Because if they know he's alive, they're going to kill this boy. Right. So she's hiding Moses. This is Moses that she's giving birth to. And she hid him for 3 months. Now that was a choice. And it was a dangerous choice. But she hid him for 3 months. And it says, but when she could hide him no longer, she made a basket out of reeds and coated it with tar and pitch. And then she placed the child in it and put it among the reeds along the bank of the Nile. So she makes this basket and she puts the baby in it, and she's hiding him. His sister's still at a distance to see what would happen to him. She is going to save her baby, whether it's against the law or not. And so she makes a reed, but when she can't hide him any longer, she said, I got to do something with this baby, because they're going to hear him cry. They're going to come and get him, and they're going to kill this boy. And so I've got to do something with the baby. I don't know what to do. Lord, I'm going to turn him over to you. I'm going to put him in this basket, and I'm going to let him go. And whatever happens to him. I'll put him on the water and let him go. Yeah. Moses is what she was doing. Now, can you imagine what that had to feel like to that mother? Yeah. That she's got to just say, let him go. And you know what? The sister went to watch, because the mother couldn't even watch. Yeah. I mean, an alligator would get him, because you know the Nile is filled with alligators. Yeah. And so an alligator would get him. It says, look at verse 3. When she could hide him no longer, she made a basket out of reeds and coated it with tar and pitch. And then she placed the child in it and put him among the reeds on the bank of the Nile. His sister stood at a distance to see what would happen to him. Then Pharaoh's daughter went down to the Nile to bathe. How many of you know God's always got a plan? Oh, just about the time that he let that basket go. Look at what it says. Then Pharaoh's daughter went down to the Nile to bathe. And her attendants were walking along the riverbank. And she saw the basket among the reeds and sent her slave girl to get it. Just at the time, God has always got a plan. And she opened it and saw the baby. He was crying, and she felt sorry for him. This is one of the Hebrew babies, she said. Then she asked Pharaoh, then his sister asked Pharaoh's daughter. His sister comes up now. She's been watching what's going on. So when Pharaoh's daughter picks up the baby, his sister said, let me walk over here. She said, look at what she asked. Look at the sister comes out of the reeds. This is the sister of Moses comes out, and she says, shall I go and get one of the Hebrew women to nurse the baby for you? Look at that. She says the sister was following. Mother couldn't do it, but the sister goes and asks Pharaoh's daughter. Look at verse 8. Pharaoh's daughter said, yes, go. And the girl went and got the baby's mother. Look at that. Look at God. The girl went and got the baby's mother. The mother let him go, but she got him back. How many of you know sometimes you got to let it go if you want to get it back? Sometimes you just got to let go of something. And sometimes you got to take that trouble that you got, let it go in order to get it back the way you want it. She let it go, and she got him back. She got him back. Look, yes, go, verse 8. The little girl said, you want me to go get the mother? Look at that. And then verse 8, yes, go, she answered. And the girl went and got the baby's mother. And Pharaoh's daughter said to her, take this baby and nurse him for me. She has no idea this is the mother. and I will pay you. Hallelujah. Not only are you going to get to do it, not only did you get your baby back, but you get ready to get some money too. How many of you know you can't beat God? Who couldn't serve a God like that? Hallelujah. Who couldn't serve a God like that? Says, and so Pharaoh's daughter, take this baby and nurse him for me, and I will pay you. So the woman took the baby and nursed him. And when the child grew older, she took him to Pharaoh's daughter, and he became her son. Moses became the son of Pharaoh's daughter. Yeah. Look at that. And she named him Moses, saying, I drew him out of the water. And Moses now is the son of Pharaoh's daughter. Really, we know he's really Jochebed's son, but he grows up in Pharaoh's house. He grows up in Pharaoh's house. And so Moses grows up with all this splendor. Pharaoh is the king. So, you know, Pharaoh got gold and silver. He's eating on gold plates, and he's eating on, Moses is living in luxury. Moses is living in riches. This boy who is a Hebrew. But look at the choice. Now,